Oh my gosh, that was an insane flick. Hello gamers, today we're going to be counting down the top 10 highest capacity guns in Phantom Forces. If I forget one, please let me know in the comments, but let's get into it. Coming in at our number 10 spot is the AUG H-Bar. The AUG H-Bar has a 42 round capacity, and this thing is pretty good, to be honest. It has very low recoil, and it does pretty good damage. It used to be way better than it is now, however, they completely nerfed the gun into the ground. Like, they removed the 3-hit in CQC, they removed the 4-hit torso all ranges, they made the recoil worse. This gun has been completely, not ruined, but it's a lot worse than it was before. However, it's still pretty good. I mean, you can more or less consider this to be a Scar Hammer. That's a lower rank, I guess, even though it's kind of just worse. But to be fair, the Scar Hammer also got a nerf, but like, not as much as this thing has because it got 2 nerfs. But yeah, this used to be my highest kill gun until the M16A3 beat it out, but still very high on my list. I think it's 3,700 kills. This gun and the Scar Hammer, geez, they used to be so good, but they're still fine. They're just not quite as good. Before this thing got a recoil buff, you used to be able to use muzzle booster and still laser people. It was insane. It would have like 700 RPM then, and do 35 damage to 23 with the torso multi. It was so stupid. Next up would be the G11K2. Sadly, I don't have this. It has a capacity of 45, but since there's 10 guns to go through in here, I probably wouldn't have time for all of these anyway, so G11K2, 45 round capacity. Also, I forgot to say, RPKs are actually tied with the G11, but they're the same amount of bullets, who cares? But next up is a ton of different guns. For example, we have the Scar Hammer without the 9mm conversion, the MG3KW, the Tommy gun with the 50 rounds. We'll just do the MG3K because I hate people and I want them to all die. See? Wow, this gun is very fair and balanced. People say that this gun is really unbalanced, but I really hate it. It's super tedious, so it's not actually that good. It has so much recoil, and you have to put the heavy bolt on it. Look, this is without the heavy bolt, which lowers the RPM by 200. You ready? Actually, I think they made the recoil worse. Okay, either way, who cares? I don't want to use the heavy bolt. 1, I don't even own it, and 2, it costs money. What the heck? Yeah, it's got 50 bullets. What can I say? The Scar Hammer also has 50 bullets, and the Scar Hammer, not quite as good. Apparently this gun, yeah, it has some nice horizontal recoil. Stylus actually nerfed a gun like this? Okay. Even when it had laser recoil, even without the heavy bolt, I didn't really think it was that broken. Just tedious to use. Now I guess it's like a little bit less accurate. What the heck? I mean, it's a fun gun and whatnot. Next up is the PP19 Bison. And you're probably like, wait, 64 bullets? Wow, that's a huge jump. No, actually, it starts with 53 bullets. And the game ended. Next lobby. So this has a 53 round capacity. It doesn't have alt aim. That kind of sucks. The Bison is a meh gun. I don't know. I don't really like it that much. It has a good capacity, alright damage, but like considering that it does have as many bullets as it does 3-hit, which is not too bad, and the reload isn't too bad, but recoil wise, not the best. And damage and LRC wise, not the best. And it can 3-hit decently far, like, all things considered, not a terrible gun. That's a nade. Oh my gosh, he just destroyed me. Next up at 60 rounds, we have the Colt LMG along with, what's that gun called? STG-44. It has the 5.56 conversion, which gives it 60 rounds and can hold a +1, and this one can't. So technically it's 61 rounds. I originally made this list with +1s and not +1s. So this would be a different spot from the STG-44 with 5.56, but then I realized how many high bullet guns there are, so I just decided to have a little bit more variety in guns. So now it starts at 42 instead of starting at like 60 rounds, so you just get a little bit more variety, but the Colt LMG is super good, and they buffed it for some reason. Why did they buff it? I don't know. They just made it do like 1 more damage LRC, and I think gave it a torso multi or something. I'm not sure. Next up, we're going back to our favorite gun, the Bison, but now we're actually putting on a pretty good conversion called the 9mm conversion. This makes it do a little bit less damage in LRC. However, it gives it a way bigger mag. Well, not too big. Makes the shot sound different. Gives it less recoil, I think. It kind of sounds bad now. Doesn't sound as cool. Sounds like a Krinkov now. Regardless, this is like it's a pretty good gun, 9x19. It's nice that you get it when you start using the gun instead of having to unlock it. And I think I'd probably prefer this over 45, but I have no idea which one is better, to be honest. I still think it's 6 hits. If it's 7 hits, this is a piece of garbage, but if it's still 6 hits, then it's pretty good. It can't 2-hit head or anything fancy. It doesn't have a torso multi. It's just kind of overall meh, except for the capacity, because it doesn't shoot that fast. It doesn't do the most damage in CQC or in LRC, but it's got a big mag. At the number 4 spot, we got the PPSH. This has a 71 round capacity. Now, this is when we're getting to the huge mag guns. What can I say? This thing has a lot of bullets. I guess this is the map that we can run Obrez Barrel and Hollow Point for a 3-hit in CQC, but otherwise this gun does garbage damage up close. Jeez, it 4 hits in CQC at 25 damage, so almost a 5-hit. The recoil is also not the best, but it shoots the fast and it has a lot of bullets. If you want to see some videos on this, actually I have a few on my channel, so go check them out. It's pretty good. This would be the number 3 spot if you're not counting the guns in the test place right now, because both of the ones we're going to go to next are in the test place. But yeah, it's got this alt-aim, which is pretty good, and then it's got this with the AMT Terminator alt-aim. Oh my gosh, that was an insane flick. I don't know, this gun is still really, really good. It used to have Obrez Barrel. Well, it still has an Obrez Barrel, but Obrez Barrel got a huge nerf. Number 3 would be the RAMA 1130 and the Makarov with the 80 round drum. However, I did not go to the test place. So the number 2 gun is the Type 88, but the number 3 was the RAMA and that Makarov. You're probably like, oh, that's interesting. That's kind of like a Bison and an AK. Well, it's not necessarily like that. It was actually added before the Bison was added, and people were like, what the heck, just add the Bison. So then they added them both. Now, this might be a little bit better than the Bison because I think it has better ranges and better minimum damage. Now, the recoil is not the best, but it does have 75 bullets. It's a pretty solid gun, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be real with you. The last couple guns are the Scar Hammer with the 9mm conversion, the M60, and the MG36, and that's about it. We'll just use the Scar Hammer 9mm. Check out a video on my channel about this because it's pretty good. This is obviously the highest capacity gun right now in the game, tied with a whole bunch of other guns. What's the other one? The M231 has that conversion, which gives it 100 bullets as well. However, that one you can't load a +1, so technically this is the highest. Regardless, cool conversion, bro. I like where you could put the 9mm bullets in the LMG and make it have lots of bullets. I don't know, this conversion is really good. You need to check out my video on it. I have the best loadout. It's got a lot of bullets, dude. What can I say? And also, that reload, look, 100 bullets, this is the reload. What is that reload? That reload is insane. Ah, you thought you could beat me, but I have 100 bullets. No need to reload. I have 100 rounds. I don't know what to tell you, man. You thought. See, this is the things that you can do with 100 bullets. You can switch between targets easily, like flicks easy because you have 100 bullets. You can flick and take 5 minutes to flick and still not run out of bullets. Anyways, I think this just about does it for the video. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like and a sub, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.